Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. Thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to have a brand new week. I've been feeling just a really renewed energy, just kind of an excitement going on, not only with new plants and new sprouts and blossoms and everything popping out on the trees and coming up, but also just energetically, I'm just feeling like just new energy and just an excitement of what's to come. And today we're going to do a silent private meditation on gratitude for courageously breaking through. I just feel like that's really appropriate for kind of the energy that I'm feeling right now, within myself and also from others. So gratitude for courageously breaking through. I'm going to set the timer for 90 seconds, and we're just going to have a private silent meditation. Just write down whatever inspiration comes to you during that time, and then we'll share. Begin. All right. Yesterday, I created a video that's going to be posted tomorrow. Actually, I had one that was already going to be posted today, and I just was inspired to share something else, and so I just created the second video that is going to be posted tomorrow in our new public Lord's Way to Wealth Facebook group. And if you're not a member of that, if you're listening to this call, whether you're here live or listening to the podcast, I encourage you to go to Facebook and join that new Facebook group, The Lord's Way to Wealth. It has a picture, the banner is a picture of me looking out over the ocean, just so you know you're in the right place. And this new group that I have formed is a public group. And so I have to be a little bit aware that people might just be barely joining that group without really a lot of understanding about the Lord's Way to Wealth. And so I have to really keep those videos and the things that I post kind of on a lower level, like level 1, level 2, so that, people don't just like reject it right off the bat because it's, too far above their heads or whatever. Too far above what they have allowed themselves to consider in the past. And with courageously breaking through, I feel like what I'm doing right now with this Lord's Way to Wealth is is breaking ground. I feel like it's like completely breaking a new trail. Those of you who have been a part of the mastermind over the last 4 months, I'm sure you would confirm that it's just like asked you to really drop old beliefs and to consider new things. And I really have to rely on the Holy Spirit to confirm the truth. First of all, I'm really relying on the Holy Spirit to know if I'm teaching truth. And then also I have to rely on the Holy Spirit to carry that truth to the hearts of the people who would hear it and to confirm the truth within their hearts. And there's a lot of trust that I have in the Holy Spirit to be able to do that. The video that I was doing yesterday, I started over probably 6 times, because every time as I started talking, I was like, that's too much, that's too much, it's too much. And so I had to get down to, and I actually said a prayer right before I did it the final time. So you guys will have to go in there and watch the video from yesterday, or that I made yesterday, that's going to be posted tomorrow. It's called, let's see, what is it called? Accept Christ's Invitation. That's the name of the video. So when you see that, you'll know what it is. But it wasn't until after I said that prayer and really invited the Holy Spirit to be with me to be able to create it that I was satisfied. And I was like, okay, now it's just enough of a new concept that will, make people kind of sit up and take notice a little bit and put something in their heart that they can actually consider as new information, but not far enough off of, what everybody really believes that it would be rejected. So when we're courageously breaking through, it's important to be able to bring the information to people in a way that it can be received. And the only way that I know that we can do that is by bringing the Holy Spirit into it. Who else has something that they would like to share?
I would like to share.
Okay, thanks, Tammy.
So I love this topic. I feel the same way you've been expressing. As I started thinking about this, I just feel excitement, joy, and the feeling of success, reaching a new level and having new experiences, and also just feeling so much gratitude for what I've learned from the past experiences that I've had, and so much joy having been able to step up to break through to a new level, and also just acknowledging that I wouldn't be able to appreciate the new level that I'm stepping up to if I had not had the past experiences that I have.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you. And the other thing that kind of came to me as you were talking is that you had to hit a wall to be able to break through. And a lot of times that wall that we hit, those past experiences and feeling the frustration or the resistance of moving forward, a lot of people use that as a reason to turn back, to retreat. But courageously breaking through, we have to hit the wall before we can actually break through it. Thank you. Who else?
I'll share.
Hey, Melissa, thanks.
So I feel like I'm kind of on the other end of that spectrum right now. Like, I do feel like I'm being kind of attacked. I mean, attacked is kind of a strong word. I'm just kind of wanting to retreat, kind of like thoughts inside of my head are like, oh, like it's too much. Like, remember when it was easier? And I'm feeling like I'm almost embarrassed. And so just a lot of low energy vibrations. And so I'm really grateful for this topic because I feel like I need to courageously break through. Like, this is the time. And I just appreciate you sharing your happiness and enthusiasm, because that's kind of more my norm. I feel like I'm normally like on those high energy vibrations. And it's just nice to hear other people that are feeling that. And I know that I'll get there. I just need to break through courageously.
Awesome. I love it. And you can schedule a call with me, Melissa. Thank you. Who else has something that they would like to share?
I can share.
Awesome.
Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
This kind of came to me yesterday, so kind of cool. But I was just kind of thinking about the direction I want my life to go and the direction that it is, and how I used to kind of hold the idea that it's like, oh, it's a lot more work and blah, 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 all these excuses. And then it kind of like came to me that it doesn't have to be more work. It's just different. It can be just as easy as this. The only thing is I'm used to this. And that's the only differentiator that's making it seem like it's something bigger than it is. So.
Oh, wow. Awesome. That's really helpful. And, breaking through and knowing that on the other side, it's just like, this is going to be just as easy. I just have to get used to it.
Exactly.
Thank you. Love it. Who else?
I just wanted to add that there's a quote by Boyd K. Packer that says something to the effect of that study of the doctrines of the gospel changes behavior faster than the study of behavior changes behavior. And last night I got into an argument with my husband, and he has gotten so much clearer at expressing himself in the past month or so. It's been amazing. And he'll totally call me out on my crap so well that I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. And it's really helpful. And so last night he did that. And so I was just like, yeah, I need to get my crap together. And so I sat down and I was nursing my baby, and I just, you know how sometimes you just do things and you know that it's right. And I just knew I needed to read a general conference talk. And so I did, and I read it out loud. And she referenced some papers of a meeting for the Relief Society, the Women's Relief Society in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and Joseph Smith, saying that we need to live up to our standards, or to our opportunities, and angels can be our associates. And I was reading more of those papers, and it talks about how we need to treat our husbands with mildness and affection. And so afterwards, and I read some scriptures afterwards, and I just prayed, and I could feel the Spirit change me, and it was the most wonderful, beautiful thing as I prayed. And it is this, the study of the doctrines of Jesus Christ changes our hearts so that we can be courageous and we can move forward. And I just felt so much gratitude for that shift.
Well, beautiful. Thank you. That's a wonderful tool that we can use. And again, feeling the Spirit change within you. What a powerful understanding that, something so simple of just following an inspiration to, read an article or, a quote that comes into the mind or whatever can be the catalyst to change this, to feel that Spirit change within us. And, just like Sean said, it doesn't have to be hard. It's just feeling, just allowing the Spirit to change, to be changed within us. Thank you.
And praying aloud helped me so that I could clarify my thoughts and not get distracted in my prayer.
Oh, wow. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up again. Another tool that we can use. Thank you. Any other thoughts before we shift over to our permission process?
I have a thought.
Thanks, Phil.
And the first thing that came to my mind was, the seed being destructed. Like sometimes the seed, well, always, like we've got to let go of that past, and we have to allow what was there to be destructed, so that new birth can spring forth.
Oh, awesome. I know I've been experiencing that. I've planted some little seeds and I've had them in my window, and yesterday I took them outside in the sunshine, and wow, they loved that. There were just it was just like I wish I'd had a time-lapse camera on it, because it's total new growth as they pop their heads up and just, they look so strong. And that had to happen, right? Those seeds had to be completely broken open and destroyed before that new growth could happen, and before we can enjoy the fruits that are going to be coming forth later. Thank you. Any last thoughts before we shift over to our permission process? All right, let's go ahead and take it. Melinda, did you have something you wanted to share?
I was just going to share, just along that line that we're talking about, that throughout my life, I've felt these resistance before the most important things in my life. I understand looking back now, and just having that understanding that those moments have been opportunities to strengthen and align the muscles of my soul with my life. And I'm grateful for the way that you put it into a light this morning, as I've been trying to decide a positive spin on how I've felt these resistances. And I understand that it's just like that seed popping out from the ground. It's like, or like a chick hatching. It's like that part of helping things come to life. And so it's just really neat.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, chicks hatching. If you've ever, done any kind of, if you've studied that at all, you know that is one of the things that actually allows them to thrive, is that pecking out of their own shell. That gives them the strength to be able to survive in the world. So it's very necessary. Another thought that I had as you were talking, Melinda, is that when we're bumping up against that resistance, that is where there's a moment of choice, where we have the gift of choice in everything. And if it was just easy, if we just moved forward, without any kind of resistance, it would be like a no-brainer. But when we have resistance, we have to actually make a choice to courageously break through, or to run back and retreat. And that's a new realization that I have about this. When you're hitting up against this wall, and then you actually do have a choice right there, and we get to be grateful for that choice and make the choice that's going to be best for us, that we know logically is going to be best. It may not seem like the easiest, but it can be easy. And the choice, I think, is in that moment is the hardest part, is just making the choice. And once you've made the choice, we can courageously break through. Let's go ahead and
love that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for everybody that shared. I feel like we've created a really awesome space to move into our permission process. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath. And just invite you to be really aware of where you are right now. If you are bumping up against that resistance right now, we've created a really awesome understanding of what that is. So you just kind of let that joy and excitement and gratitude well up inside of you of, wow, I'm actually in a moment of choice. This is so awesome. I'm ready to break through, to courageously break through into something really cool. Just allow yourself to feel those feelings of excitement and joy, and being content with where you are. And whatever area of your life that this is affecting, just invite you to allow your spirit to be changed. As Tyree was mentioning, that you allow yourself to believe and feel that this can be easy, that you've been prepared, that all of your past experiences have prepared you for this moment. And all that's left is just that final choice to go forward, to break through. Take one more deep breath and just feel gratitude for your own self, for the courage that you have to step up and to break through. And also gratitude to God for a new experience, a new chapter in your life that is waiting, that you're ready to step into. And the first question I have for you is, what is the one most important thing that you could do today that will allow you, empower you to break through courageously, to break through this wall completely, just to break it down, break a huge hole in it so that you can easily step through? What's the one most important thing that you can do today, your inspired shortcut that will get you on the other side the fastest? And it might not make sense. It might be something really small, most likely will be something really small that's easily doable. And just trust that that is the perfect thing. The one most important thing you could do today to break through courageously. And as you're considering taking the action on that one inspired shortcut that you just received, what is the limiting belief that's coming up for you? As you consider taking that shortcut, blasting through that wall, making it easy, what is the limiting belief that's showing up? And as you consider that limiting belief, I also invite you to consider the cost of it. What will this limiting belief produce? What outcome is this limiting belief going to create if you allow it to remain? And if you don't like that cost, if you want to choose something different, I invite you to give yourself permission to choose the new beliefs right now. And if you're ready to do that, say yes.
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 Awesome. So choose some new beliefs, 2 or 3 new beliefs that will take the place of that old limiting belief, that will empower you to have courage, to break through, to take action on that inspired shortcut. What are your new beliefs that will support you in moving forward confidently and courageously? And I invite you to use these new beliefs to add courage and power to your soul, to allow these new beliefs to change your heart, to change your spirit, to change your commitment, to change your mindset. Allow yourself to stand in courage and to move forward courageously. Feel them become part of your very physical body, and just feel as your muscles feel stronger, as your resolve is strengthened, as your confidence is strengthened, as your spirit and heart are able to lead with confidence and courage. And then go back to that vision of bumping up against that wall and use these new beliefs, and whatever picture comes to you, whatever vision this creates, whether those new beliefs become a jackhammer or if it's just you just diving through that wall, or jumping over it, whatever feels right to you, just allow those new beliefs to be the catalyst that gets you over to the other side through that new belief, or through those limiting beliefs. In a moment, I'm going to open it up for some shares. We want to invite anyone who is feeling like they need just to have a conversation with me about this experience that you had, whether it's the wall that was the resistance that was keeping you back, or if now you see yourself on the other side and now fear has started to set in because, okay, now I'm over here, what do I do? Whatever your situation is, if you feel like you need to have a conversation with me, I would love to do that. And all you have to do is just go to askwylene.com, and that will take you directly to my calendar, and you can schedule a 15-minute call. It's a free call. I'd love to have that time with you. Askwylene.com. Who has something that they would like to share about their experience today?
I could share.
Okay, thanks, Sean.
It's really short, but just at the very end there, when you said breaking through the wall, it was kind of powerful for me. In my, whatever you want to call it, vision, I guess. I just kind of changed my perspective and realized the wall was in my head. And then once I did that, there was no wall. I just walked right through.
Wow. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Wow, how powerful. That's so true. The wall just disappears when we change our mindset. Thank you. Who else?
I'll share.
Okay.
So mine, I really liked mine. It made me smile, happy. So my shortcut today is to jump. And my limiting belief was that if it's easy, it's not right. And my new beliefs are, I know God's way is simple, easy, and clearly understandable. I jump and vault over the wall. And I had this picture in my mind of like in track and field, the vault jumpers jumping over the pole, and it was just like this really freeing, exhilarating emotions when I had that, and it just made me really excited. My other two new beliefs are: I am flying through the air. I am laughing and smiling through the entire process.
Wow, I love it. I've got a big, huge smile on my face. I just feel that happy, exhilarating energy of just being able to vault and fly over the wall. How awesome. Thank you. Any last thoughts before we end our call today? Well, super. Melinda, did you have something you wanted to share?
I am sorry. I
That's
do.
okay.
Just, I'm trying not to, but I just got to, I guess.
Okay, awesome.
The last comment, what was her name?
Tammy.
Tammy. I don't know if we're Facebook friends, but if you could share that with me somehow, or I could go back and listen to it. But that was really powerful for me, your share. My new belief, my husband has a really important decision to make today, and things were coming up for me as he was leaving for work, and we were on this call, and I didn't want it to be this stagnant energy that kind of kept us from our goal, and which was my limiting belief. And my new belief was, I am loved by my husband. He's committed to myself and God 100%. I am committed to him and God 100%. We emulate all around us our energetic light, and God's love and purpose for him and I as an individual unit, but for all his children here on earth. And one thing I was struggling with was, how do I help him with his new belief today? Because he's still learning the process, and sometimes he asks for my help for understanding his actions or new beliefs throughout the day. And I didn't know how to get that for him today. And he is a former pole vaulter in track and field.
Wow.
And with his decision today, that new belief that you gave us today, it just resonated with him so much. Like, yes, that's it. Like, remember today that with your decision to just jump and smile and just enjoy it, and remember those days in track and field. So it was literally an answer to our thoughts. And thank you.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you, Melinda. I'm so glad that you shared that. Just really confirms, that the right people are on this call. The right people are listening. The right people are sharing, and super, super grateful for everyone. Tammy, if you want to share your thoughts on the Facebook group, Breakthrough with Gratitude. And Melinda, I believe you're already a member there in that Facebook group, but if you're not, go ahead and join there. And I know Tammy will follow through with that. And then we'll also be posting this call on that Facebook group as well. So you'll be able to re-listen if you'd like to. Thank you so much. Any last thoughts before we end? Wow, this has been super powerful. I'm so excited for this week because I know that when we start a week with something like this, where we're just like totally opening the door for anything to happen, for amazing opportunities, for choices that are really moving us forward in a powerful way, that this whole week is just going to culminate. There's going to be more and more things added to it. So I encourage you to continue being with us on a daily basis throughout this week. I know it's going to be a super powerful week. Thank you all for being on the call. We'll look forward to tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, thanks so much for listening. And I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.